Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another TVOS video. Ladies and gentlemen, I know it has been a long time. Trust me, I have been wanting to post for a while. Just recently, me and my co-host Landon,
Yo, what's up, guys?
we recorded one over NFL free agency, but that whole Max Crosby scandal could get its own video itself because that was a main talking point. How we talked about how Max Crosby went to the Ravens, and then we found out how that trade actually went out. And there was, I don't know, I can try to get that video up for you guys, but this will be the next video since the TVOS break. And ladies and gentlemen, this segment will be kind of ran by Landon because that is Mr. Basketball. Ladies and gentlemen, today we will be giving our March Madness picks. So Landon, yeah, if you want to take it away whenever.
Okay, I'm a big fan of March Madness. I'm a big fan of basketball. I like all the teams, I like all the upsets. I like this year. Everybody has a good squad. I feel like any team can take it this year, but we'll
Yeah,
see.
yeah, we will see. So, we kind of are going to go over it together, you guys, but we will have our own individual picks because I just don't think there's any way that me and Landon will have the same picks the same way through. Because if we did, we would both be winning millions of dollars from winning a perfect March Madness bracket because that's what my bracket's going to be. So, ladies and gentlemen, I guess we will get into it. First round on March 19th through March 20th. Coming up this week, this video was recorded on March 17th. We have number 1 seed Duke versus number 16 seed Siena. Landon, I think it's kind of obvious who we have here. Who do you have?
Uh, you know, Duke, this should blow Sienna out. They have two people out, Patrick Gumba and Caleb Foster, but I feel like they should still win.
Yes, and I agree with you as well. I also have Duke taking home that win. 1 seed versus 16 seed. I have that as well. All right. Oh, crap. Hold on. Okay. Second game. Number 8 Ohio State versus 9 TCU. I personally have number 8 Ohio State. Not only because I am an Ohio State fan, but their basketball team has been exceptionally better than they have been in the past. I like the TCU squad. Like how I said, I don't watch a lot of college basketball, but I know overall how the teams are. But yeah, I have number 8 Ohio State winning in the first round against TCU. What about you, Landon?
Yeah, it's a toss up because TCU they've been hot lately. They beat a lot of good teams. Iowa State, they barely lost to one seed Michigan in the tournament
Mm-hmm.
in a Big Ten tournament. So I mean, this go either way, but I got Iowa State.
All right. All right, next round. Number 5 St. John's versus 12 Northern Iowa. I have number 5 St. John's.
Yeah, same here. St. John's after going out UConn, they're hot right now. So I got St. John's.
Yep. All right, next game we have number 4 Kansas versus 3 California Baptist University. I have Kansas taking this home.
Yeah, Kansas too.
All right, next round, number 6 Louisville versus 11 South Florida. Landon, who do you have?
Man, this is a tough one right here. I haven't really been keeping up with South Florida, but I've been watching a couple of Louisville games, and they don't look good at all. But I feel like Louisville should take this one.
Wow, and that will be our first ever disagreement on our March Madness bracket. Like how you said, I haven't watched much South Florida games, but I don't know. March Madness is all about upsets, and I feel
Yeah,
like we can't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games in with no upset. So I have South Florida, and I know that ideology of or that logical basis on why South Florida would win is kind of stupid, but I have South Florida getting the win over Louisville. Louisville, they played pretty good recently from what I have seen. Um, like they, crap, I'm sorry. They did lose to Miami in the ACC tournament.
yeah,
But other than that, they've had other good wins this year. For example, against Miami, and then they beat SMU in
yeah,
the ACC tournament, and only lost to UNC by 3.
Yeah,
But Louisville, they've also lost to SMU by 10. They I'm sorry, they lost to Duke by 31. Um, and Duke's really good. And then they've also lost to Virginia by 9. And ladies and gentlemen, I know that, like how you said, South Florida, not that quality of a team in a way because we just haven't watched a lot of their games. But they've
yeah,
had some, their losses have been some close losses, and their wins have been pretty good. The AAC, it's a lot easier of a conference. Their losses
yeah,
were like against Temple, which they lost by 1-2. Wichita State lost by 1 in overtime. It's just like these chippy losses, but I do believe that South Florida will get the win over Louisville in the round 1 of March Madness. And additionally, guys, they did play Alabama and they lost by 11. But I think the South Florida team, they'll pick up a pretty quality win right here. All right, next game we have Michigan State versus North Dakota State University. Who do you have here, Landon?
yeah. I think Michigan's gonna win this game.
This. I think Michigan State will also take this game. Be really quick.
Yeah,
Don't have to talk about it. Next game, UCLA versus UCF.
man, this is a tough one. 'Cause, I mean, I feel like when you talk about UCLA and March Madness, it's like Final Four every time. But this year, it's like I don't know. I feel like UCF. I've watched a couple of the games. They're a pretty decent team. But I feel like give me UCF, bro.
Wow. All right. You're picking UCF. I personally here, I have UCLA. They beat Michigan State in the Big Ten tournament. They did lose to Purdue by 7 in the Big Ten tournament, but overall they've been playing really good this season, like how you have said. Uh, but you just said that they've kind of had an off year. I mean, they beat Nebraska 72-52, winning by 20. But they also have had some, bad losses, losing to Minnesota. They lost to Michigan State earlier in the season, and then losing to Michigan by 30 points. But I think right here UCLA gets a pretty good win here, a big win for the team, and yeah, that will move them into the second round. And for the last game on the east side. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. For the east side, yes, correct. Is UConn, ranked second versus number 15 ranked Furman. Who do you have here?
This is easy pick Utah.
Yep, UConn. All right, here we go. Jumping down. We're gonna try to go a little bit faster because, ladies and gentlemen, we're already 10 minutes in. It is blasting by. So here we go. Number 1, Florida versus 8, Clemson.
I got Florida.
Me as well. Number. Wait a minute. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. Florida is actually, their opponent is not even up right now.
Yeah, it's a. I think it's a first four game. Like two teams got to play the first overall seed.
Yeah, you're right. Um, you are right. Okay, so we will go over that. I'm pretty sure it will be number 12, McNeese, though. Wait, no. Who is that? Okay, no, I'm sorry. That's who Vanderbilt's playing. Okay, so anyways, I have Florida advancing to the second round. All right, number 8, Clemson versus 9, Iowa.
Yeah. After watching the ACC tournament, Clemson they lost to starting big man. I think Iowa's gonna take this game.
Yeah, and I agree with you here. I also have Iowa taking it. All right, Vanderbilt versus McNeese.
I feel like we talk about Maggie State. You always talk about the upset they had on Clemson last year. But I mean, I think this Vanderbilt team is a different team after making the SEC championship, losing to Arkansas. But I got Vanderbilt.
Yep, and I'm here to agree with you as well. Number 4, Nebraska versus 13, Troy.
Yeah, Nebraska they're hot. I like Nebraska.
Yeah, me as well. And you will see in this bracket, I do like Nebraska. I have Nebraska over Troy. All right, here we go. Number 6 North Carolina versus 11 VCU.
Yeah, North Carolina. Uh, Even without Caleb Williams, I still have them making it far in the tournament. I got them beating VCU.
Me as well. Number 3 Illinois versus 14 Penn.
Yeah, it's easy. Illinois.
Yep. 7 St. Mary's versus 10 Texas A&M.
Yeah, I got St. Mary's. I don't really like the Texas A&M team.
All right, and I will have to disagree with you on that one. I'm going to take Texas A&M on the upset for no reason particular. I have, St. Mary's taking a loss right there. And last on the south and the east side, Houston versus Idaho.
Yeah, Houston's winning this game.
Yep, me as well. I do have Houston there. All right, here we go. Now entering the west side, Arizona versus Long Island.
Yeah, Arizona's easy winning this game.
Yep. All right, number 8 Villanova versus 9 Utah State.
Yeah, man, I got Villanova.
Yes, and I agree with you right here. I have Villanova taking it in. West Wisconsin versus High Point.
Yeah, Wisconsin.
Yep. Number 4 Arkansas versus 13 Hawaii.
This game right here, I have not an upset, but it's going to be a very tight ball game. Arkansas, they have a lot of young, they have a young backcourt. And Darius Acup Jr., the
Mm-hmm.
freshman guard. Hawaii, they have a good defensive scheme, so this is gonna be a close game. But I got Arkansas.
All righty. Um, number 6. Oh, I'm sorry. Number 6 BYU, which I'm pretty sure is the winner of Texas versus
NC State.
NC State. So who do you have there? And kind of give me who you think will also win tonight. And if they do win, who do you think will play against BYU?
I think I think the winner of tonight's game is gonna beat BYU,
Okay.
which I which I have NC State.
All right. NC State beating BYU. I have BYU winning against the winner of tonight. I don't know who will win tonight, but just whoever it is, I have BYU taking home the win. Next game, Gonzaga versus Kennesaw State.
I got Gonzaga in this one.
Alrighty. Miami, Florida versus Missouri.
Yeah, I got Yeah, I love this Miami team. I got Miami.
All right, and I have Missouri on this one. I like how I said I don't really watch much college basketball. I just feel like you kind of have to have one type of semi upset in each section. Give me Missouri over Miami, Florida, and then for the last game on the west side, Purdue versus Queens, North Carolina.
Purdue's winning this.
Yep, me as well. All right, here we go. Jumping into the Midwest, ladies and gentlemen, Michigan versus Howard.
Yeah, Michigan's gonna fly through this region. I got Michigan.
Yep, me too. Next one, Georgia versus St. Louis.
I haven't really watched a lot of St. Louis, but I know Georgia is a pretty good SEC team, so I got Georgia.
Yes, me as well. Me as well. All right, next one, Texas Tech versus Akron.
Yeah, Texas Tech, they're a pretty good team. I got them.
Okay, me as
Yeah.
well. Alabama versus Hofstra.
I haven't. You know, it was a report this week of an Alabama player getting kicked off the team, and he's like the second highest scorer on the team.
Mm,
So that could affect Alabama in this game. But I still feel like they should win this game.
yeah, and I agree with you here. Next one, Tennessee versus the winner of Miami, Ohio versus SMU.
It's a tough one. Uh, I know Miami, Ohio, like what 33 and like they went undefeated
They
or
did
something
went
like that.
undefeated, but they also have one of the lowest schedule
Yeah,
difficulties.
yeah. Yeah, I got Tennessee.
May as well. I have Tennessee against SMU, who I think will beat Miami, Ohio. Next one, Virginia versus Wright State.
Yeah, I got Virginia.
Me as well. Kentucky versus Santa Clara.
I got Santa Clara.
Me as well. And to top it off, Iowa State versus Tennessee State.
Iowa State easy.
I agree. And ladies and gentlemen, we will end the video here. We will post a video right after this. We'll just do it for each round just to make the videos a little shorter. And yeah, so go ahead. The other video should be up by now by the time you finish this video. And yeah, see you in the next one.